on the emotional scale, 1 to 22. The top 5 are in the vortex. So they are from optimism, positive expectation, enthusiasm, passion, joy, knowing, empowerment. On the way up,
we really are not wanting to categorize things in that way. What we're really wanting to do is to talk about finding any one of them. In other words, rather than the frequency of the emotion, we want to talk about the longevity of holding it. We want to talk about the momentum of being in that place so that you're there consistently enough that you allow the momentum to flow. And so your vortex, we're not using that word as much as we once were, because we are finding that as we talk to you about your path of least resistance, that finds you wherever you are and leads you to something that feels better and better and better and better and better.
That feels better than vortex to me.
Yes, because you are where you are and there's always something better. We're wanting you to feel the poignancy and the perfection of these concepts. So start with law of attraction, which you all understand well, and add to that this path of least resistance that we're talking about, which means your inner being stands as the fullness of all that you are and radiates a signal which is calling you in such a powerful way.
Lights your path.
That's your path of least resistance. And wherever you are on your path. You're on your path. But the question is, how resistant are you in this moment to the motion of moving further and further and further into who you really are? And so now let's introduce into this conversation of law of attraction and path of least resistance the subject of conditions. The subject of conditions that confuse you along your path. And now let's talk about unconditional. Let's talk about this translation of the vibration into the emotion and feel where that puts you on your path. And then feel what looking at a condition that is unfulfilled sometimes does as it turns you in opposition to the natural flow of your path. You're coming to this place where you can feel the fullness of who you are. And what we wish for all of you is that you find these pieces and then you get on with living this life. We're not wanting to draw you into the non-physical. We're not wanting to draw you into the theoretical. We're not wanting it to be a conceptual conversation. We're wanting you to feel the real life experience of clarity. We want the manifestations of clarity and appreciation and love to be something that you are feeling abundantly, often. And there's nothing that is more delicious than to find that place and maintain it consistently, and then watch the conditions of your life take form as a result of that stance, you see.